Hello, dear Gemini, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your mid-month of May 2020 general and love reading. Dear Gemini, I just want to wish you a happy birthday to those of you that are on the first few days of the sign of Gemini. And I want to say a special happy birthday to Marianne. Marianne, I love you. Okay, my darling little Gemini. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on for you, dear Gemini, especially with having Venus retrograding through your sign. Okay, situations, people, and issues of the past are coming back up. They're resurfacing for either clearing out or, you know, you may be dealing with someone that you've been connected to for a long time. They could be showing up at this time. For some it's good, for some it's not so good, but we're given the chance to clear the slate if that is the case. Let's have a look in the now position. We've got the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Judgment. So we've got Scorpio for a lot of you. In the recent past, we have the Fool. New cycle, new beginning. Crowning is the Page of Wands. Both the Fool and the Page of Wands are very similar. For me, we've got the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. Okay, and what is the outcome? We've got the Queen of Wands. Some of you may have strong fire in your chart. I feel that this is you. Could be Aries, could be Leo or Sagittarius. I usually see it as Leo. The Queen of Wands doesn't have to be. You're both looking towards the future, okay? You're jumping into the past. The King of Cups is now a king. This is someone who's thinking of taking a chance, okay? They may have taken a chance. They may have acted foolishly. In the past, there was a judgment at some point. This is obviously, it's got to do with Pluto, and Pluto is very hidden. So this may have been a secretive relationship. This may have been something that needed to go through some sort of a transformation. Okay, this is Archangel Michael. He is my archangel. He gives me advice. He's shown up for me, and therefore he is my spirit guide. Let's see what we've got, Gemini. We've got a choice. Some of you could be making a choice between two people. Okay, you could be blind to this person wanting to make a choice. Maybe they're choosing you over someone else. What's beneath that? We've got the Chariot, which is Cancer, and this is obviously Major Arcana again. Cancer is security, moving to a more secure place, physically moving, emotionally moving, or, you know, getting into that driver's seat and taking action, moving towards something that has been quite difficult to deal with, as there was a major crossroads here. Someone was holding back in the past, and I believe that it was this King of Cups. I do believe that they've gone through much change, okay, with the Judgment card. This is a resurrection. I'm going to say they've gone through a resurrection, a grand change in their life. And it's interesting to see that the Queen of Wands is looking towards the future. Behind her is this King of Cups. Let's have a look, dear Gemini. Let's take a look at a few of these Lenormand cards and see what's going on for you. The King of Cups could be someone that wants another chance with you. King of Cups is someone that's very selfless, very intuitive, strong intuition, but also can be quite, you know, someone whose emotions have been quite up and down. Now with the Page of Wands here, I do believe that there is risk involved in this, but someone is willing to take that risk as they want to transform their life. What's going on? We've got the Sun here, so we've got Leo. The Sun is clarity, it's healing, it's children, it's creative, it's fun. It's also something to do with royalty. So I would say that this King of Cups is probably comes from a royal background. And if that's not real royalty, let's say, then there is something grand about them, okay? Which Leo is a leader, so they could be a leader in what they do. Dear Gemini. But, you know, the sun is also a lot of clarity and much, much happiness. But this is also sun in Leo, okay? There is so much grandiose energy around the sun. This is also a card of victory and a card of truth. We've got the clocks, and the clocks mean time. We know that timing is of essence many, many times, as we have Chronos, Saturnian issues, that whatever's going to come in, it's time for it to come in now. So time is can be very confusing. It's, you know, so many levels. Time is of essence, they say, but time can sometimes be very confusing, as I feel that the clock is ticking away. And I do feel that with... I'm going to say that more than likely, I feel as though you're going to receive a message at a certain time of the day. And I'm going to say that certain time of day is going to be really early with the sunrise. We do have a little rooster here, if you could see in the card. Okay, so when that rooster I don't know what's the word that we use for the rooster. When the rooster starts to yell in the morning, good, you know, the rooster at the break of dawn, that could be a time when you're receiving a message. And we've got the bear, and the bear can speak of protection, motherhood. Some of you may be a mother. This is Mars in Aries, so this is the fighting spirit. And this is a card of leadership. A lot of power, okay, so motherhood, a protective energy, and a lot of strength in character. So I do believe that this King of Cups may have gone through their own Saturnian lessons, okay, and now they're ready to transform their life. I do feel that they were at some point not so much about taking the action, they were more about searching, soul searching. Okay, and looking at what makes them happy. And I feel now that they're ready to take the action. They're going to be very protective of you, dear Gemini. And we've got the snake here. The snake can mean wisdom. It can also mean animosity, difficult things having happened. But the snake also speaks of, you know, very, very strong, deep sexual attraction. And of course, yes, I see it as healing as well. Okay, now temptation, of course. So for those of you that were tempted to take a risk on a relationship, whether it was you or whether it was this King of Cups, we know that there is an enemy around you. Okay, so I'm going to say the enemy could have been competitive, as this King of Cups may have been dealing with another situation, so that they needed to make a choice, as you could see here. Let's have a look. We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Empress. And they may have been dealing with another motherly figure, whether it was their own mother or another partner who was maybe they shared children together. Okay, now the Empress does speak of expansion and growth. It is very Venusian. But for whatever reason, love wasn't coming in because someone was holding back. Okay. But now, with that Chariot, there is forward momentum. Let's have a look at love before I take a few more cards. For Gemini, please, Spirit. Gemini. We've got the dice here. So some of you that have taken a chance, you've taken a chance on love. You've taken that risk. I feel as though some of you feel flat on your face at some point, okay, because the snake can be really harsh. It can be really harsh. But falling flat on your face has brought you the wisdom of this serpent. Let's take a card on love. And we have consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. So consider your foundation. Some of you may be considering, you know, your family. This does show a house, okay? Your foundation, this is also your security. Maybe someone was considering to take a chance as they were not happy in there. They were not feeling secure in a family situation, okay? It is a 50, which is a 5, really. It's a 50, so that turns into a 5, and 5s always speak of change. So how committed have you been, whether this is you, dear Gemini, having dealt with 2 people, needing to make a choice between 2, or this King of Cups, whoever this is in your life. They've needed to consider how emotionally secure were they with where they were and where they're wanting to move towards. Let's have a look at a few more cards. So the King of Cups, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is moving, overcoming obstacles. As I was saying before, this King of Cups is ready to take the action now. Let's have a look at the Judgment. Yeah, they were holding back in the past. They were maybe holding on to this connection, not letting it go, even though there was a moment of resurrection needing, as it was dead. Obviously, nothing was happening. Okay, because this is the Miser card. Someone was holding back on their feelings, and I feel it's got a lot to do with this King of Cups. Okay, now the 4 of Pentacles is usually my Taurus card. We've got Taurus and Scorpio here. So this is maybe even to do with money, values, self-worth. Let's have a look at the Fool card. And we've got the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is having that upper hand, but having a lot against this new beginning. So it's as though someone is going to take a gamble anyway, even though they're dealing with a lot. And even though the Fool, we know, just, you know, takes that leap of faith. And I think that they're taking that leap of faith against the odds. We've got 2 cards, 3 of someone taking a gamble. Let's have a look at that Page of Wands. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So someone is willing to take that risk, send out that message, and they're willing to do the work as well. They're willing to do the work. Now, some of you could be communicating whilst at work, okay? Now, for those of you that this is a reading about business, I think that you're overcoming the challenges of the past. You may have had a lot of competition and people who pretended to be your friends or people who were pretending to be there for your highest good. I feel as though there was some sort of a deception, or you were dealing, dear Gemini, with an enemy. And whether that was a work colleague or another partner, I do feel that. Let's have a look at this Queen of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So we do have 1 masculine and 2 feminine. Now, for a lot of you, this could be the same person. Queen of Wands could also have strong earth in their chart. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is the mother. If you remember, we had that Empress as well. The Empress is the major arcana of the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to say that there is a decision that this King of Cups is ready to make. Let's take a card on that decision with that 2 of Swords. And we've got Temperance. And Temperance is a Sagittarius. It's also someone that is trying to, you know, find their footing. They're trying to do the right thing, and I would say Archangel Michael is behind this. I do feel, dear Gemini, that through patience, being patient, I do see the sun rising back there in the distance, and something is being worked out for you, and it's asking for you to be patient, dear Gemini. I know that I always seem to ask you to be patient. Now, what is important is that, and we've got the King of Swords here, so this could be a past partner. This is someone who is very cold, very opposite to the King of Cups, someone who could be speaking their truth. Now, if this is another side to your King of Cups, the Tower, sudden, clear, concisive communication is coming through, and the truth is coming through as well. So what was I saying? I do feel as though with the Temperance card, that's Sagittarius. You are Gemini. This is your partnerships. Sagittarius is your partnerships. Now with the North and South nodes, the South node in Sagittarius in your 7th house of partnerships, dear Gemini, this is saying that you need to leave that karmic past in the past. So leave something behind, something that was not there for your highest good. Okay, and this is also you transforming your ideas, your beliefs as well. Okay, I'm going to take my handwritten cards. I want to have a little bit of clarity on that. I want to say here that I do believe that the Queen of Wands, this is you, dear Gemini. For most of you, you're also the Queen of Pentacles. You're someone that is very dependable, someone that's very hardworking, very creative, the perfect mother material, I'm going to say. Queen of Pentacles is someone that's been very stable and very, you know, waiting for their prince, waiting to be able to love, nurture. And I do feel with the bear here as well, I do feel that you are, in a sense, protecting this King of Cups. Loving, nurturing, and we know that the King of Cups is someone who needs that. Let's take a couple of cards, and these messages will not resonate for everyone. I really want to work on us. You are worth it. We've got the 8 of Pentacles here. As I said, they're willing to do the work. And I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart right now. It won't be fair on you either. I said other. Interesting. So it's a 3. It's a 3. So for some of you that are more, and we're not all born on the same timeline, right? We do have the number 11 here, which is also the number of justice, but it's also very karmic. I do feel as though this person is trying to overcome things to do with the past. Temperance here is saying that the decision will be made at some point. Remember, we've got the hour clock here. There is great love here, but there are also children. The Chariot is saying that this king of yours is more than likely probably someone that could be from a distance or from another culture or from another religion as well. As we know, Sagittarius is also, it's our beliefs and our religion. It's also philosophy, which means there is maturing, there is growth here. But the Chariot is someone, you know, taking those reins and charging towards their wish fulfillment. Let's not forget up here, we've got the stars, okay? And the stars are aligning for a lot of you. Now, it's interesting that we're having on the 21st of June an eclipse. It's going to be a new moon eclipse in the sign of Cancer, and it's going to be at 0 degrees, so it's hitting the North Node. So I do feel it's got a lot to do with fate and destiny. Look out at that time at what's happening around you, dear Gemini. It will be very interesting. Someone is considering their foundation. This could be you, or this could be your partner. Are they feeling secure? How committed are you, or are they? All right, dear Gemini, I will leave it at that. I want to thank you so much for all that you do for my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and just wanting to send you lots of love and good luck with whatever's going on with you. Okay, lots are going to change for you. I do believe that with Venus doing all these dances back and forth in your sign, this is your chance at happiness, okay, your chance at financial stability. Venus is also money, okay, do not fret. I'm not going to say that patient word again. My darling Geminis, thank you so much. Lots of love, lots of healing. Talk to you soon.